At Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Green Bay Packers. Greg Zuerlein now. He'll handle the honors to get us started. And off we go from Lambeau. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go. First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
You're not ready. You're not ready.
On first down, London. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8.
Watch out. Inside.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
And an alley to run. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Watch the curve. Watch the curve. Showing up. Showing up. Right. Switch. You draw Corker.
Rodgers now on first down. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7.
You got tight. You got tight right there.
General West. Inside.
Now Rodgers. He's going to air one out. He hauls it in. Valdez-Scantling for the Packers touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 38 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is taken at the 3. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Play action. It's Jackson. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. That's caught at the 25. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. A big play that time for the Ravens. 61 yards.
First down, Baltimore.
So from their own 20 all the way to the red zone now. A chance to capitalize on 1st and 10.
42 to Mike, boy, 42. 42 to Mike. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want it.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Jim. Watch twins. Watch twins. Check 42 to Mike. Check 42 to Mike.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Jackson escaping the pressure right. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Jackson from the shotgun. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big first down, and sets up 1st and goal inside the 10.
1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. From the gun, it's Jackson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it 3rd and goal. From the gun, Jackson. Flushed out right. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown there to make the grab as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. And he puts it through.
Makes the score Ravens 7, Packers
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football. Inside. Check three.
On first down, Rodgers. He gets this to Davante Adams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Green 18. Come on. You better bring it. Watch the safety creep. Go to 50. Green 18.
On first and 10, here's Rodgers. Making the catch is Sternberger. No gain there on the completion, second and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's second and 10. To throw is Rodgers. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold. Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. But those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
Rodgers will bring him up to the line, first and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. And again, it's Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And down inside the 15 he goes. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well.
First down. First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Rodgers will bring him up to the line, first and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a second and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
After one, a 1-point game, 7-6.
Ravens 7, Packers 6.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's second and 3.
I'm here all day. Check, 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 check. Hey, check 26.
Rodgers now to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The intended receiver there, Ian Thomas, and it's third and short.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And his kick is indeed good. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season, and they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10.
42 the mic, boys. 42. 42's the mic.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Check 52.
To throw is Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, but they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Jackson now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, you're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
bashed it.
Super toe.
game working. They'll stick with it on first down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Easy. No. Off. Greystone, Travis.
Throwing is Rodgers. Looking long for Thomas. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 21.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Watch safety creep. Safety's creeping. Pick that. Back north. Go. Over.
The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
On 2nd and 7, Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down.
Five down. Stand up in. Shoot. Back north.
Now it's Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers! From 3 yards out. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point safely through, and that makes this a 9-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Operating from the gun, Jackson. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Hey, we got 3 down, 3 down. Kill. Check. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. 36. Ship.
They'll run on first down. London. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Hey, 88.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. This is caught. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Green 18. 50. 3 bucks.
Here's Rodgers. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Hey, that's all I'm saying, baby. Your shot. Hey, take your shot.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this open. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A great play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Point after, right down the middle. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
All day, defense, all day.
Jackson to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
An attempt at a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. And And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? But everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about.
Second and 4 at the 36-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
You got it. You got him. You got him. 58. Mike 50, I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
3rd and 1, who are you going to call? Not the scat back. You go with the big man. Hand him the ball and let him get upfield and pick up a first down.
319. 50. Watch one.
On first down, London. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. Making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 23. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. They'll set up a screen for Breida. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Play action. Now Jackson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. To throw is Jackson. To throw on 3rd down. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Check 3, check 3, check 3. 25, check 25. Let's go. Come on. There you go.
And Jackson throwing once more. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Jackson on the move to his left. He'll try and run it. Past the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. And he's going to keep it here. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. This is Breida. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after them now.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? From the gun, Jackson. And it's caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Ravens get a bit closer. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Now Jackson. From the gun, he'll throw. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion. Caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 19-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
6:30.
Now Rodgers. He finds an opening past the 40. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Rodgers now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10.
Sponge. Jump out. 26.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Keep 39.
Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. Give him 2 yards on that play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position. to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Looking deep for Adams, and he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
Here's J.K. Scott now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
On first and 10, it's Jackson. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
2nd and 9 now from the 21.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We take a win. Mike 4-2.
Here's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
Mike 42. Watch the run.
Here's Jackson on third down. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
Come on now, let's go.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Vanderbilt's own Oren Burks had the tackle defensively.
At the 34-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Check.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Yeah. You don't want nothing.
From the gun, Jackson dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. A couple of first downs on the drive already as they'll go from the 47 now on first down.
Hey, Mike's 42. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Mike 42. Push him back. Stop Mike 42. Bring it.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. To throw again on second down. Jackson. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
From the gun on third down, Jackson. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll try and throw for it to Jackson. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down.
Check, ready, choose the mic. Check, 42's the mic. I got it. Mike 42, Mike 42. Man, that's trash. That's trash. Check 9, check 9.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Steps away to his left. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a two-possession game. It is a two-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Second and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
And now offensively it's third and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
Check the backer, check the backer. X3, 218, chopper.
On third down, Rodgers. And that will be incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
42's the mark, 42's the mark. I got you, I got you. I got you. You're all right, you're all right.
Jackson now down around his goal line. And he fires one that's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And that will set him up in excellent shape. First and goal at the 9-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner, forget starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. A 9-yard touchdown there. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead opens up now to 22 points.
Packers 37, Ravens 15.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They go back to the air here after the IMT on the last drive. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Got it. Lane's 42. Lane's 42. Hey, me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Got him in. It's Brown. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
It is hard in zone coverage to stop a curl route because when they see it, they just try and find the open spot and sit down.
Yeah, we always talk about finding the soft spot in the zone. What's the key to doing that? How do you do it?
You have to read what the coverage is. Is it 2 deep? Is it 3 deep? Because then you know where the linebackers are going to drop, what spots on the field they naturally get to, and you find that open space, and then you're in sync with your quarterback. He should be reading the exact same thing, and they put the ball right on you.
Throwing again on second down. Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Slipping into the backfield for the sack was Oren Burks.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
You pump. 58, boy, 58, 58, Mike. Check Mike, check Mike.
Here's Jackson to throw. Flush to it. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
Well, that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, pounced right back on it, keeps possession. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. To throw is Jackson. And he's going to go down again. Preston Smith. That's now back-to-back sacks, and it brings up fourth down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a fourth down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
On second down, London. They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on third down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Everyone, we got 4 down.
It's caught here by Adams. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. And now I'm listening to you. So for the Packers, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they go down